Hello dear students, welcome to YouTube channel Learn with Gisela. In this video of number systems, we are going to take question 5 and 6 of NCERT exercise 1.3. So let's start with question 5. Now question 5 is what can be the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17. Perform the division to check your answer. Now 1 by 17 is a rational number which is of the form p by q, and we have to find its decimal expansion, through which we will come to know what are the maximum number of digits which are being repeated, and they are put under the block of digits. That means they are put under the bar which is called the repeating block of digits. So let us start with the division process. So 1 will come inside and 17 will come outside. Now 1 is less than 17, so we will have a decimal point in the quotient and place a 0 next to 1. Now we have 10. 10 is again less than 17. So we shall write 0 in the quotient and place again a 0. So now we have 100. Now 17 into 5 is 85. 100 minus 85 is 15. Place a 0. We will have 150 now. Now 17 into 8 is 136. 150 minus 136 is 14. Place a 0. Now we have 140. 17 into 8 is again 136. 140 minus 136 is 4. Place a 0. So we have 40 now. 17 into 2 is 34. 40 minus 34 is 6. Place a 0. It will become 60. Now we have 17 into 3, that is 51. 60 minus 51 is 9. So we will get 9 and place a 0, that is 90. Now 17 into 5 is 85. 90 minus 85 is 5. Place a 0. It will become 50. Now 17 into 2 is 34. Further 50 minus 34 is 16. Place a 0. 160. Now 17 into 9 is 153. 160 minus 153 is 7. Place a 0. It will be 70. Now 17 into 4 is 68. 70 minus 68 is 2. Then again 0, 20. 17 into 1 is 17. 20 minus 17 is 3. Place a 0. 17 into 1 again is 17. 30 minus 17 is 13. Place a 0. 130. 17 into 7 is 119. So 130 minus 119 we will get 11. Place a 0. 110. 17 into 6 is 102. So 110 minus 102 is 8. Place a 0. 80. 17 into 4 is 68. 80 minus 68 is 12. Place a 0. Now 17 into 7 is 119. Now 120 minus 119 we will get 1. Right? Now if you observe, we started with 1. We started with 1 over here in the quotient, and over here we have got 1 again. That means after this, whatever digits we are going to have in the quotient will be actually repeating. So again we can put 0 in the quotient, right? And again we will have 0 placed again along with 1. We will have 1 0 0, and again it will be divisible by 5. So if you observe here, 0 5 and 0 5 are being repeated, and so on it will go on repeating, right? So we can say 1 by 17, the decimal expansion of it is 0 point in the bar. It will come 0 5 8 8 2 3 5 2 9 4 1 1 7 6 4 7. So if you count these digits which are repeating, the maximum number of digits in the repeating block of digits will be 16, right? Now let us take up question 6. Look at the several examples of rational numbers in the form of p by q. Q is not equal to 0, where p and q are integers with no common factors other than 1 and have terminating decimal representation. Can you guess what property q must satisfy? Now let us take few rational numbers of the form p by q. So I have taken half, 1 by 4, 7 by 8, 5 by 16, 7 by 20, 12 by 25, 8 by 125, and let us convert them into terminating decimal representation by factor method. So 1 by 2, if I multiply by 5, I will get 5 by 10. That means I am getting the denominator in the multiple of 10. So it is easy for me to convert into decimal form. So 0.5 is the terminating decimal expansion of this rational number half. Now again, next number 1 by 4. If I multiply 4 by 25, I will get multiple of 10 in the denominator, that is 25 by 100. So 0.25 is the decimal expansion of 1 by 4. 7 by 8, if I multiply by 125, I will get 875 by 1000, which is equal to 0.875. Now again, it is terminating decimal expansion. So if you observe, 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 7 by 8, all I have converted into multiples of 10 in the denominator to make the decimal form easier to calculate. It is coming terminating decimal expansion. Let us move to further. 5 by 16. 5 by 16, if we multiply by 625, we will get 3125 divided by 10,000. Since there are four zeros, so we will have decimal point after the four places. So 0.3125. Next is 7 by 20. 7 by 20, if multiplied by 5, both in the numerator denominator, we shall get 35 by 100, which is equal to 0.35. Now 12 by 25 multiplied by 4, we will get 48 by 100, which is equal to 0.48. 8 by 125, we will multiply by 8 to get multiple of 10, that is 64 by 1000, which is equal to 0.064. So these are the decimal expansions of these rational numbers, which are of the form p by q, and all, if you observe, all of them are terminating decimal expansion. So what is the property of q which you have observed over here in these rational numbers of the form p by q? If you see, the factor of 2 is 2, factor of 4 is 2, factor of 8 is 2, factor of 16 is 2, factor of 20 is 2 into 2 into 5, factor of 25 is 5 into 5, factor of 125 is 5 into 5 into 5. So we can conclude over here that for having a terminating decimal expansion, q must have prime factors of 2 or 5 or both of them only. Other than that, if you have any other factor in the denominator, then it will not be terminating decimal expansion. You will have terminating decimal expansion only if the factors of q, that means only the factors of the denominator, are 2 or 5 or both of them. Like in 20 we have both. We have 2 into 2 as well as 5 also. So for having the terminating decimal expansion, the factors of q should be 2 or 5 or both of them only, right? So this is it, children. Hope you have understood both the questions, question 5 and 6. Thank you everyone. Have a great day ahead.